You know, you think back to what the Mark I was in its era. I mean, it was a time when people still knew Volkswagen as the company made Beetles, really, and occasionally Rabbits. It's really been Volkswagen's best-selling vehicle for nearly the entire time since it was first introduced in the United States. People have really made the Jetta synonymous with the Volkswagen name. It's an essential part of what makes Volkswagen successful in this country. The idea behind this was that you could buy a very economical car and you'd still have a European driving feel, which was not something that you could really get in that price range.
You had a very upright seating position, excellent sight lines, visibility, lots of glass. So you really were part of the road, you were part of the driving environment because you could see everything.
By today's standards, the Mark I feels small. It just seats 4. It's a lot shorter, a lot narrower than what we expect today out of a Mark 7 or the new Jetta, and actually new cars in general. It's very analog, if you can say it that way. It's something where you've got a very direct connection between yourself and the road, between the steering, the brakes, the suspension. There's not a lot of electronics going on between you and what's happening in the rest of the car, and it's a nice feeling.
One of my first cars was a Jetta, not unlike this one here. Mine was a little older, but that Jetta took us everywhere. It just went and went and went. And it wasn't my last Jetta either, not even my last Mark I Jetta. I graduated from this to an 83 GLI, went to an 84 Jetta, and then started transitioning to the Mark IIs.
It's different than what you get from today's cars. Today's cars are much smoother, much more responsive, much more engaging in many ways, but that first generation still has a feel to it that's really survived the test of time. Today, these are really collector's items. There are not a lot of them still out on the road, and you'll see people walking around here taking Instagram shots and putting it up on social media because it's still just so striking. And I think over the years, Volkswagen has kept refining the Jetta and bringing forward new innovations, new styling, taking it in different directions that really responded to what Americans needed and gave them a sense of the types of cars that Volkswagen could deliver for them.
The car is modernized, but at the heart, it's still a Jetta. It's still a driver's car, only now with 38 years of technology, it's all there, but at the soul, at the heart, is still the original European sports sedan that gave you that pleasure of the drive.
The Jetta has always been the stylish yet affordable European car. You know, a car that they could use every day for all the things that they need it for, and still enjoy driving, and still enjoy being in. You know, and I think that's true especially when you get to the 7th generation and you look at all the ways the car is working for you without getting in the way, without damaging your driving enjoyment of it. It really is a great balance, and I think that's what has made it so appealing throughout the generations, from the first one up until the new one.